Here's something you might not expect, but science backs it up. Women are often more attracted to older men. Yep, it's true. I personally married a guy 10 years older, and I know plenty of women who are happily dating or even married to men 15 to 25 years older than them. My neighbour? Her husband is literally a quarter century older. But here's the strange part. Most men in their 40s, 50s, or even 60s don't realise they're holding a major advantage in the dating game. In fact, a lot of the older men I work with completely blow their chances with younger women because of a few simple, avoidable mistakes. Instead of showing up as that strong, grounded, confident man younger women admire, they end up coming across as tryhards, or worse, insecure. So today, I want to break down 3 of the biggest missteps older men make when trying to date younger women. Oh, and if you're in your late 20s or 30s, don't tune out just yet. Plenty of younger women will still see you as the older guy, so this applies to you too. I'm Olivia Rose, your personal wingwoman, here to give you the no-nonsense truth about what women really want, plus the best techniques to help you win her over. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video. Mistake number 1, trying to blend in with her age group. Let's talk about the first mistake older men make. They try to act like they're 25 again. You'd be surprised how many guys in their 40s or 50s suddenly start using Gen Z slang, trying to dress trendy or pretending to be into whatever the young woman is into, just to seem relatable. They'll nod along with everything she says and try to hide their own opinions just to fit in. Here's the problem. This doesn't make you seem cool, it makes you seem like you're trying too hard. And when a woman senses that, attraction fades fast. What many men don't realise is that their age is a strength, not a weakness. Your maturity, your life experience, your confidence, those are the things younger women actually crave. When you try to act younger, you're throwing away the very things that make you stand out. So don't try to be someone you're not. Embrace your age, your style, your opinions. Stand firm in who you are. That kind of authenticity and grounded energy is way more attractive than a fake attempt to fit in. Mistake number 2, making jokes about how old you are. Next up, joking about your age in a self-deprecating way. This happens a lot. A guy will say something like, "Well, I'm just the old guy in the room," or "back in my day," hoping to get a laugh or lighten the mood. But here's the catch. Those jokes often reveal insecurity. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good self-deprecating joke. I make them all the time. But they work best when you're totally cool with the topic you're joking about. If you're actually uncomfortable about the age gap and you're using humour to mask that, women can sense it. Instead of finding you funny, they'll start to question whether the age difference is a big deal. And if you think it is, they'll start thinking it too. Remember, people take your lead. If you act like your age is a problem, they'll treat it like one. But if you carry yourself with confidence and show that you're proud of the life you've lived, they'll see your age as a benefit, not a drawback. If you do like using humour, just make sure it's about things you're genuinely comfortable with, so your confidence still shines through. Mistake number 3, failing the confidence test. Here's a big one, failing her confidence test. Whether they realise it or not, women often throw out little challenges to test your composure. Especially with older men, a younger woman might say something like, "Aren't you a little old to be here?" Or, "Why are you still single at your age?" Don't panic when that happens. It's not an attack. It's just a subtle test to see if you'll crumble or stay grounded. The worst thing you can do is start scrambling for answers, like, "Oh, well, I was just focused on work," or "I haven't met the right person yet." That just signals insecurity. Instead, keep it light and confident. Say something like, "Maybe I just enjoy the freedom," and then move on. Don't give the comment more weight than it deserves. Now, if you're talking to a woman who's 35 or older and she genuinely asks why you're single, it's okay to be honest. Just do it with calm confidence. A simple, "I was focused on building my life, and now I'm ready to share it," works perfectly. The point is, don't let her shake your confidence. Show her that you're unfazed, secure, and sure of who you are. That kind of energy is magnetic. Mistake number 4, trying to impress her with wealth instead of presence. One of the most common pitfalls older men fall into is believing that their financial status is their only value. They assume that flashing money, talking about their car, career achievements, or luxurious lifestyle will win a younger woman's interest. Now, don't get me wrong, success is attractive, but if it becomes the focal point of your personality, it can backfire quickly. You see, when you lean too hard into wealth, it gives the impression that you're compensating for a lack of connection, emotional depth, or even confidence. Younger women aren't necessarily looking for a sugar daddy, they want to feel seen, heard, and understood. The emotional connection is far more powerful than material possessions. If you constantly lead with your wallet, it becomes transactional, and no one falls in love with a transaction. Instead of trying to buy her attention, offer your full presence. Ask meaningful questions. Share stories that reflect your values, struggles, and lessons learned. That's where real connection begins. If you show her that you're a man who has built a life, not just a bank account, she'll respect you more. Show her that while you have financial security, you're not defined by it, and you definitely don't need to flaunt it. You've already proven yourself in life. Let that quiet confidence speak louder than any paycheck ever could, because at the end of the day, the way you make her feel in your presence will be what she remembers, not the price tag on your watch. Mistake number 5, being overly serious and forgetting to be playful. Another major misstep older men often make is assuming they have to be serious all the time to appear mature. They think humor or playfulness might make them seem immature or silly, especially around younger women. But this couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, a healthy dose of light-hearted energy is incredibly attractive no matter your age. It shows you're comfortable in your own skin, that you don't take life too seriously, and that you know how to enjoy the moment. Younger women are often drawn to older men for their stability, but that doesn't mean they want a relationship that feels like a boardroom meeting. Playfulness adds spark. It creates shared laughter, which builds connection and chemistry. It reminds her that you're fun to be around. Whether it's a witty remark, a spontaneous idea, or just teasing her in a charming way, it lets her know that you can still live fully and invite her into that energy. The trick here is balance. You don't need to act like a frat boy to be playful, you just need to loosen up a little. Let your natural humor show. Don't be afraid to make a joke, poke a little fun, or enjoy a silly moment. Your experience and wisdom are already doing the heavy lifting on the maturity side. When you combine that with a fun-loving spirit, you become magnetic. That contrast, grounded yet lively, is rare and incredibly appealing. So ditch the overly serious tone and allow some laughter into the conversation. It'll do more to deepen the connection than any polished speech ever could. Mistake number 6, assuming she's out of your league. One of the most limiting beliefs older men hold is the assumption that a younger, attractive woman is somehow out of their league. This mindset can subtly sabotage your behavior before you even say a word. You'll start second-guessing yourself, acting overly cautious, or avoiding any flirtation because deep down you don't think you have a shot. And guess what? That doubt is obvious. Women can feel it. It creates an awkward tension that makes her feel like she's being placed on a pedestal, which ironically disconnects her from you. You come across as unsure of yourself, even if you have all the external markers of success. Here's the truth. Attraction doesn't follow a logical checklist. It's emotional, energetic, and often unpredictable. Confidence, authenticity, and grounded masculinity go way further than six-pack abs or 100K followers. When you interact with a younger woman as if you're equals, not as if she's some unattainable prize, you invite her to feel comfortable around you, so stop disqualifying yourself before the game even starts. Instead of thinking, she'd never be into someone like me, remind yourself of the value you bring, life experience, emotional stability, clarity. These are things many younger men simply don't have yet, and a lot of younger women deeply crave them. When you see yourself as worthy, she's more likely to see you the same way. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's certainty. And the man who walks into the room with quiet certainty, not needing approval, is the one who ends up capturing hearts. Mistake number 7, trying to control the relationship dynamics. Finally, a mistake many older men make, often without realizing it, is trying to control how the relationship flows. Because of their life experience, they're used to leading, deciding, and managing things. But in dating, especially with a younger woman, this can sometimes cross into micromanagement or emotional rigidity. You might feel the need to always pick the restaurant, steer the conversation, or set the boundaries on how often you communicate. While leadership is attractive, control is not. A younger woman wants to feel like she has agency, like her voice matters, and like the relationship is a collaboration, not a one-man show. Often, this desire to control isn't about dominance, it's about fear of being hurt, fear of the age gap creating misunderstandings, or fear of things not going your way. But relationships are unpredictable. That's what makes them exciting. If you try to script every step, you suffocate the natural rhythm that builds intimacy and connection. What works better is leading with openness. Invite her opinion. Ask her what she feels like doing. Let some things unfold without needing to know the outcome. Emotional flexibility is a sign of deep confidence, and it's incredibly rare. The strongest men aren't the ones who control everything. They're the ones who trust themselves enough to allow space for the unknown. That space is where true attraction, mystery, and emotional connection grow. So if you want your relationship to thrive, drop the need to manage it and start co-creating it. So, there you have it. 7 crucial mistakes that older men often make when dating younger women. If you've recognized yourself in any of these, don't worry. It's not about being perfect, it's about being aware and adjusting. The truth is, your age isn't a limitation, it's a strength. You've lived, learned, and grown. That experience gives you something most younger men can't offer: emotional maturity, confidence, and clarity. When you embrace who you are instead of trying to be who you think she wants, you become magnetic. Women, especially younger women, can feel when a man is grounded in himself. That kind of presence is rare and it's powerful. So, take this knowledge and use it. Be the man who doesn't chase approval, who doesn't shrink himself, and who leads with authenticity, because that's the kind of man women can't help but be drawn to. If this video gave you value, do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with a friend who might need to hear this. And if you want to go deeper, check the link in the description to learn more about the F formula and how to create undeniable attraction no matter your age. Thanks for sticking with me all the way to the end. I appreciate you. Until next time, stay confident, stay authentic, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.